Did he clap?
I thought
It was so far behind. It was like,
All right. Well, I'm just gonna fucking start. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Webb Street Podcast with Nock and Crisp.
Was a
Sponsored by Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Nock, how you doing?
doing phenomenal.
That's
it's
good.
We're recording this on the first Thursday of the NFL season.
Huge day. Lots of buzz in the air. We're all really excited. We're gonna be pushing it. But I'm sorry I forgot Topo Chico. Sorry to our guest that's in studio today. Usually you would be getting a Topo Chico right now, and I apologize.
You're robbing Bring Me My Money. Not
but
only
we'll
were you
introduce-
late,
right.
but you robbed him of his Topo.
Yeah, maybe we should make our tech producer go get
I'll
it.
go get some.
Should that be
No,
part of his job
he
description?
does-
That was
You got wallet keys with
at
you.
least.
You actually no.
No, you don't
need to
actually
go
have to
get
do
it.
that.
You don't need to go
What
get
if we
Well,
break
'cause
the
I want
microphones?
one too, so.
I mean,
best-
that was half
the
the
best-
reason.
I mean,
It's
Mont
Venmo request me and I'll pay for
Mont
it.
is the best employee we've ever had.
All
right, well-
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Mont just running it Topo
We need to
Chico
get
for
him
us
a
live.
Christmas
It'll be
gift this year.
nice when he
Yeah.
comes back. But anyway, so we're back. Big episode. Football's back. This is what we started our account for. It was originally just a Twitter
It's
gambling
our 1
account.
year anniversary.
Right. Yeah, our 1 year anniversary of having a Twitter together is yesterday. What is that? September 8th. So where bring us presents? I don't know.
What?
I guess somebody should give us a present. Maybe
Sure.
it's our birthday.
Somebody buy us a drink.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, we're really excited. A lot of fun stuff going on. We got a pretty special episode. I'm gonna call it season 2, episode 1 because
This is different.
Yeah.
This is different for us. We got one guest in house, and then we got one guest. You can't see him, but he's still going to be on the podcast. He's remote.
Yep. So we got two of the, if I may say, my unbiased opinion, I think we have two of the most talented sports gamblers on the entire internet with us today. What do you think about that, Nock?
I'll put him in maybe the top 20% of gamblers we know. How about
Fantastic gamblers. Look at their stats. Their stats don't lie. So I'll introduce our two guests now. So in studio we got Bring Me My Money 5. We're gonna keep his name anonymous. And Bring Me My Money 5. What do you got to say? Say what's up to the people.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Get closer.
Am I close now? Thanks for having me on, guys. Happy to be here. Happy
Good.
to get started and talk football.
All right, good. And then on the other end, go ahead, Nock.
that? On the other end, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Bookie Toaster.
Bookie Toaster.
also very, how is everyone doing? Very happy to be here, ready to talk some shop, and thanks for having me on.
Bookie Toaster, just so you know, I'm pretty intimidated by Bring Me My Money because he rolled up with a laptop and an Excel sheet that's thousands of cells long. So my man is ready with his picks. Chef Webb.
That's fine. I don't think his model even comes close to touching my model, but that's okay. We have all season to compete over that.
Bookie Toaster, before we get into it, I think Bring Me My Money 5, I looked at your records. I'm pretty sure he has a better lifetime record than you. I just wanted to let you know that.
That's fine. We started out very recently. Had to make a lot of tweaks to the model throughout the summer, so I'm prepared for whatever comes my way.
Yeah, I started in March. I started for college basketball was the reason I got started. I got started because people were always friends were asking me what I was taking, and I kind of got sick of answering the text. So I just I'll put them on Twitter if you want them. There they are. Go get them yourself. And then I kind of just kept sticking with it.
Who did you have winning in March Madness? Did you have Baylor?
Who did I have?
Because we both fucking did.
I
did not. I did.
You convinced me.
him,
You
yeah.
convinced me to change my pick to Baylor.
I kept it. I had Gonzaga beating Baylor.
You suck.
I went super basic with it, but
No, that's
also-
good. That's good, man. Second's pretty good.
For the record books,
I didn't do great.
for record book purposes, I think Bring Me My Money is taller than Bookie Toaster.
Really?
Sways anybody? I think so.
Bring Me My Money might be taller than you and I.
Well, yeah, Bring Me My Money is actually really tall. I know you guys can't see each other right now, so it would be close. But yeah, I think that's an advantage. I wanted our listeners to keep that in mind when they're considering these picks. But anyway,
Oh,
so
Can you explain this drama now? 'Cause I still don't-
yeah.
I still don't know.
So on when was it? When did I DM you guys? Maybe on Thursday night. Thursday night of last week, I think it was.
I didn't get a DM.
Yeah.
It was a straight I got a Twitter notification.
Yeah, I sent it.
Yeah.
So on oh, it's right. On Thursday,
Very public.
On Thursday, I made a tweet. I was getting cocky. College football season's happening. I was ready to send out my 24 play card, and I wanted to chirp at the two biggest and most talented sports gamblers that I know on Twitter, and I tweeted at them, said, "Hey, I'm sending out 24 plays. You guys want to have a competition? It took them a while. I was actually kind of pissed. It took them like 4 hours to reply. Finally got back to me. They both responded to the tweet and said, yeah, I'm down. I think Bookie Toaster made a nice little Twitter DM amongst us. He came in hot. He was like, hey, let's do week 1, $200. Best picks wins.
Oh my god!
And we kind of cooled him off. Like, all right, well, let's make this a season-long thing. So we had a little chirping going on in the Twitter DMs. So Nock, I don't even know if you're aware of this. So what we're gonna do, what we're starting today is we're starting a season-long sports gambling competition, right? So Nock and Crisp, we're still a podcast unit. However, we are splitting up for our gambling picks.
Okay.
Which we did last year, but
Yeah.
we're doing it again. So it's gonna be Nock versus Crisp versus Bookie Toaster versus Bring Me My Money. Each week, we're going to tweet out our picks. We're going to do 5 NFL picks and 1 college football pick. We each have to identify one of those 6 picks to be our, lock of the week, for lack of a better term, and it's going to count double.
Whoa.
And the very, very sought-after prize for Bring Me My Money and Bookie Toaster is going to be whoever has the better record at the end of the season, the best winning percentage. No, actually, most points. Whoever has the most points at the end of the season.
I was gonna say how.
Most points gets to be the official gambling correspondent of the Webb Street podcast with Nock and Crisp. How the fuck does that sound?
I like it, except gambling correspondent is the lamest name you could.
All right, we'll come up with a better name.
Say, can we come up with a better name?
What do you guys want it to be?
I don't know. What's
professional sports handicapper?
I like calling it sports investor.
Sports investor.
I kind of like the professional aspect of it. Sure.
Yeah.
But none of you. I don't know. We'll tweet it. I don't know. I don't have a good idea.
You get to change your Twitter name to the hedge fund.
All right. So none of you guys have a better idea than mine.
No, we'll figure it out. We got a long.
All right, we'll figure it out. But anyway, so Bookie Toaster, bring me my money. Are you guys down for the prize to be that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Can we go around and ask what everyone's units are? Because if Bookie Toaster's unit is $200 and Crisp's is $5,
well, my unit's 10.
One of us
my
might
unit's
be
10.
going pro by the end of this.
Well, hold on. Before we start throwing out how rich we are and whatnot, I think that we also have to have a punishment for who gets last between us, right? Because Nock, you and I don't really have any stake in this. Right, I mean, we don't have a prize. We're already on the podcast. You never gambled money last time. Remember that?
I put more money down on the last podcast
remember
betting
that?
on 3 college football teams. I'd never even paid attention.
Couldn't
to
be
than
me
you did all
sending
season.
picks out into the world without actually putting money on it. Anyway, so I think loser has to have a punishment, right?
Yeah.
And you guys want to throw out a punishment idea?
I mean, I will. I'll stand true to my original wager. I think maybe $200 for the season, if that would entice Bring Me My Money.
Loser
5.
eats a whole onion.
Yeah, I was thinking more along those
everything.
lines. I was thinking like a Topo Chico mile.
We already owe that.
Well,
we can't make
You guys
it
are gonna-
another punishment.
Well, we're actually gonna do this punishment. All the others were false promises. What do you think?
I mean, sure.
Yeah, all
I
right.
guess.
Topo Chico mile.
You really put your foot down on that one. You didn't want to eat the onion.
No, I don't.
I mean, you really not.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do an onion either.
You guys want to do Topo Chico mile?
I'll do Topo Chico Mile.
Sure.
Yeah,
Alright.
I don't even know what that is, but I'll do it.
That's crazy that he doesn't even know what a Topo Chico
You don't
is.
know what Topo Chico is?
How do we let him on?
I know what Topo Chico is. I don't know what Topo Chico Mile is.
Oh, he's
well,
just saying he wants you to do a beer mile and drink.
Yeah, it's a beer mile with Topo Chico.
Lame.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Anyway, all right. We got our parameters.
Cool.
It'll be a fun season. I'm looking forward to it. We'll tweet our picks every week.
This is my year.
Yeah, we'll be.
I'm going over 50% this year. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, remember how none of us went over 50% last year?
We were like
Yeah.
one game apart at like 47%.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna talk a lot of football, which I think is Nock and I's favorite of the sports. So we're struggling through past couple months without football, trying
Let's
to get
get
some
into it
content.
now.
So
I'm
yeah, you want to
already
get
ready.
into
Let's
it?
get
Wait,
into it now.
did we let them introduce themselves really, or not really? Do we want to let them introduce themselves, or do we just want to talk about football? Do you have anything to say about yourself?
I got nothing to say. I'm ready to go. I'm here to talk football.
Bookie
I'm ready
Toast,
to
do you
go.
have anything to say about yourself before we talk football?
Yeah, it's same boat. I'm just here to talk about my picks and defend my picks.
All right, fuck yeah. All right, let's do it.
Determined. You love it.
All right,
Love
so
to see
let's
it.
start NFL, huh? That's the bell of the ball right now. That's what's about to start. Week
How
1.
many leagues have you guys picked up Le'Veon Bell in? Starting off the top, Gus Edwards tore his ACL today. Big news. I was in meetings all day, so I got him in 0 leagues.
Same. I was late to it.
Le'Veon Bell's not the name you want ahead of Le'Veon Bell. If no one has him, is Tyson Williams. That's the number one name.
He's the rookie, right?
That's what I heard too.
I don't know if he's his rookie or second year, but he's good enough that when Dobbins got hurt, they brought Gurley in and then was like, we're confident with Tyson Williams being our number 2. Like, we don't need a backup. And so now Edwards gets hurt. So they were confident enough last time to not bring someone in. So I think if Williams is available, he's the one you want.
Nice.
Then if not, Bell is also good. But
I need
to answer
to
your question,
scoop
zero leagues I have.
No, Tyson Williams is scooped in all the leagues you're in already. I'm
imagine.
sure.
Damn, that was
I checked on the way here while I was driving.
Bookie Toaster's checking out one league.
I already checked
I
Bookie
can tell
Toaster.
he's
Don't worry
checking
about
it
it.
out.
He's
Yeah,
already
big
gone?
news. How are we feeling? Are we the buzz is in the air? Are you guys just excited for the season to start?
I think I'm gonna order wings probably 3 separate times this weekend. Like maybe tonight, probably Saturday for the Tech game, and then 100% on Sunday, maybe even twice.
Nice.
I mean, I live like under a quarter mile from my favorite wing place in Arlington, so I will be visiting there frequently this year for sure. Yeah.
First
Is
down.
it
Shout
first down?
Shout out
Yep,
first down.
First down.
First sounds great.
Yeah, we actually here at Webb, we do every Sunday we get the Sharkies, like, I don't know, it's like 25% off wings, but we ball out on our football Sundays for sure.
Nice. Love to hear that. I got really fat doing that in Webb, so just be careful.
Fat Nick.
Fat Nick.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk a little big picture stuff with NFL. So I don't know that we don't really have a plan for what we want to do. I don't know that we want to run around saying our Super Bowl picks, but what are you guys general feelings about this year? You know, what teams you really like? Is there any teams that you maybe are getting a lot of buzz that you think may be overrated, maybe stuff like that? So whoever wants to start, go ahead.
I mean, I would say the Ravens, I think after today, are on the decline. They had, what was it? Bring Me My Money might have been telling me that it was back-to-back practice plays, that 2 different guys tore their ACL. That just sounds like it's off to a bad start to start the season. So I would have thought they were going to be the second-best team in their division, and they still might, but it could be close on what wild card spot they're getting, if they get one.
Yeah, they like the Team of Destiny slogan. They sound like quite literally the opposite so far. They were a team that in like May, I took my long shot Super Bowl play was like 60-1 on the what was it? It was Packers to play the Ravens, and I don't want that anymore. Ravens are falling apart at the seams. So
I don't know, man. I don't think that running back is that consequential of position. I don't think that these injuries have like moved.
Cornerback.
Well, all right, Marcus Peters, yeah, he's good. I don't know. I'm not sure that these. I think that this is a big overreaction.
Bateman, they're wide
I think
receiver
one would be an overreaction. Like just Dobbins, I was like, oh, I'm not fine. I'm not worried. But now, like after 3, like they're quite literally on their 4th best running back already, like to start week 1, and people will get hurt as the season progresses too. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl, but I do think there's a little bit of overreaction the day of happening right now. We'll see. Could be wrong. I still think they're going to be a playoff team.
Other things. So I had a fantasy football draft with one of our guests, Joey, who was on our first guest episode or second one, and he was telling me to take Austin Eckler, and I took him right in his face. I thought that was pretty cool. He was pretty mad, and now karma's biting me in the ass because Eckler's got a quad injury. So be careful, people. Karma hurts.
Bookie Toaster, anybody on your end that any teams that you just want to talk about feeling good or bad about?
Team I'm very high on coming into this season has got to be the Titans. I think kind of coming off last season, just on the brink, I think, of really pushing through. With the addition of Julio, I think that'll free up A.J. Brown a little bit. Obviously, Derrick Henry is consistent as always, so I think this could be a very big year for the Titans.
Tough week 1 matchup, huh? I was looking at the lines today. Them against the Cardinals is going to be fun. I'm not going to say anything and spoil it, but I think that's going to be a really fun game. I agree with you though. The offense is going to be electric, but their defense is the thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think. Sorry, continue. Boogie Toaster, sorry.
Are you saying, Boogie Toaster, how far you think the Titans are going? You think they're Super Bowl contender, or are you just saying you like them? What do you think?
They might not even make the playoffs.
No, I think they're easily making the playoffs. I mean, Super Bowl contender, it depends how the defense shapes up. I definitely think they could be playing for an AFC title, though. I think that may be my hot take to start off the pod.
I like that. I don't think that's crazy. I don't think it's crazy. All right, bring me my money.
Did you say over under 10 wins for the Titans? That's their number, 9.5 or 10.
I would hammer the over.
I actually would too. I think 10 or is 9.5.
I'll take the under.
Depends where you look, 9.5 or 10.
If I could get 9.5 with the extra game this year, I would take that in a second. 10-7. Come on. All right, bring me my money. Let's talk about a team you either like or don't like.
My favorite team I like this year is the Niners. They're also my number one overplay for season totals of the year. Garoppolo, I think, is kind of underrated in a way. Trey Lance will be better, and I hope they give him the job sooner rather than later. But he's far more than serviceable. And more importantly than that, their schedule is cupcake. They have games like Minnesota, Chicago, Detroit, Jacksonville,
fucking spreadsheet.
Houston, Philly, and Cincy. They have a cupcake schedule. I think there's no reason for them not to go 9-2 out of the division, and their total is only 10.5.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite overplay of the year. They're only a year removed from a Super Bowl team. They were injured last year, big time, across the board. I think they'll rebound, and I think they'll be playing the NFC Championship.
Garoppolo gets a bad rap too. He's not the best quarterback, but he's 27-8 or something stupid with his record. He just he doesn't woo you. He's just a good-looking dude. That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he's just boring, but he gets the job done. He's of all the quarterbacks that are starting over rookies like Dalton, who shouldn't be. He's definitely the best. He's serviceable and more than serviceable. So I really like San Fran this year. That's a team that I have my eye on for sure. Then the disappointing team I have this year is it feels nervous to say, but Pittsburgh under 8.5 is my favorite underplay of the year.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's a team that's going to fall apart.
Why? Do you think that Ben just doesn't have it anymore? Is that your thing?
I think Ben hasn't had it for the last year or two, and it's been hidden by the good offensive line and a good team around him. But this year they have a tougher schedule. Their offensive line is miserable. And they have if you go through their schedule and read the whole thing, it's a brutal schedule.
Is their offensive line significantly worse than it has been in the past?
Worst
but was it bad last year? Is my question.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's nothing different from the offensive line in the past couple of years.
It's worse than it was last year. It's worse.
Okay.
It wasn't good last year.
Right.
Everyone thought that they were going to probably go try to fill that more in the draft, and they didn't really address that in the first 2 rounds, taking Najee Harris and someone else I don't remember, but. So, I really think they're going to struggle offensive line. That division's also really tough. I think Cincinnati's, a pretty good 4th best team.
Meh.
For a 4th best team, they're pretty good.
They're also the other team, though, that has one of the worst offensive lines.
Yeah, they're...
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
But, I think I think Baltimore and Cleveland are, a solid step ahead of Pittsburgh.
That division it's always fun. But I don't think Pittsburgh's going to be as bad as a lot of people do this year. I think it'll be a really fun division. Hey, Bookie Toaster, real quick. You would be shaking in your boots, I think, if you saw this dude next to me spreadsheet. There's no shot you win this gambling competition, I don't think.
That's fun. I happily will embrace the underdog story. You guys can all bet against me, but we'll see what happens in the season.
I love it. That's good. That's good fight. All right, my team. So, I know that most people think this team's going to go to the playoffs anyway. It's not that hot of a take, but I kind of think it may be time. I'm convincing myself it might be time for them to actually get over the hump and go to the Super Bowl. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the Browns. This might be the Browns' year to make the Super Bowl. I'm taking them week 1. I don't know if it's going to be in my top 5 plays, but I think they'll cover 6.5 against the Chiefs week 1. I don't know. I think Baker sometimes gets a bad rep. I think he's a legitimately, let's say, top 15 quarterback. At least top 12 quarterback. Top 12, give him a little bit. Top 12, top 10 quarterback. That's all you need, and the defense is still really good. The weapons are really good. I just kind of think it's going to be time for them to get over the hump. And then a team I think is going to be less good is the Rams. Less good than people think is the Rams. I think that obviously Stafford is a upgrade over Goff, but the defense is on a big decline this year from what it's been in the past. And they still have players, don't get me wrong, but it maybe not a big decline, but it's a decline. And I think they kind of trade a better offense right at the time where their defense is, taking a step down almost on the same level. So they might just even out to what they've been in the past, just kind of on the opposite side of things. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, they also lost their defensive coordinator, who got a lot of credit for being like the mastermind behind all of that. Who gone to the Chargers, so I don't hate that at all. And that's also a brutal division. I mean, so
Tough.
They're gonna beat each other up for sure.
Yeah. All right. So anything else broad NFL before we get into our picks? I mean, I'm excited.
You want to talk a little college and then we do our picks after?
Let's talk college.
So just quick teaser. What we're thinking for our picks each week is we'll do 5 NFL and 1 college. So
I already
we're gonna
said
probably. All right, fuck me. Let's talk college.
You should listen to me more often.
You just got one of those voices sometimes. It puts me.
It's easy to tune out. All right, let's talk college. So, Nock, you're not that huge of a college football fan.
No,
I love college
but now
football.
that our team is good, I'm getting.
Well, not so fast.
Are you guys good, or is Carolina bad, or both?
both?
I think it's both as well.
No, I think that we are still bad, and Carolina is also bad.
That's fair. I will admit that I was a huge believer of Carolina. I had Howell to win the Heisman futures that I burned. So yeah, I that one bit me in the ass for sure. But this is a beef I had with you. I know you guys talked about it last week a little bit. I hate the mentality of fade your happiness. Like betting, I hate.
I wasn't even fading my happiness. I wasn't even.
Your happiness.
You betting against your own school and your home opener against a ranked team
And I
blew
went.
my
And
mind.
I also went to the game.
No matter if you win unless you're winning tons of money, if you lose a heartbreaking game, I'm not gonna be well, gee, I have $50 in my pocket. I'm gonna be sad.
Well, it would have been about $9 because I bet $10 on it.
So yeah,
That's sickening, Chris. I'm
Yeah.
sick
So
right now.
here's the thing. I honestly wasn't even hedging my happiness. I was just so out on this fucking Fuente guy that I just didn't think there was a chance. And then I after the game, I forgot that Fuente does this every year. He wins game 1 every year. He beats West Virginia in 2018. He beats Florida State in 2019. We win these games week 1, albeit those teams weren't that good. But he makes you think you're good week 1, and then he sucks his own dick the rest of the season.
it's the same thing as DoorDash. I could easily go drive, pick up Chick-fil-A, and save myself $5. But I would rather pay the $5, and I get to do whatever the fuck I want. I would rather donate $25 to the sports book, and then my team either keeps it close because it's within 5.5, or B, we fucking dominate like we did.
Yeah.
But you also set yourself up for a miserable 0-2 when you take Carolina +6. When if Carolina comes back and wins that game but doesn't cover, and you lose money and your school loses, that's the
Wait,
worst
you
feeling
took
ever.
+6?
I had them. No, I had Carolina -5.5. You meant minus.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah,
But
well,
I was actually thinking about that when.
Oh
minus
yeah,
5.5,
if they win by 3 to where they don't.
Yeah. You don't cover. You lose the bet.
But my
lose
thought
your
was at least
game.
it was close, right?
Yeah.
I'm used to tech plays people, and it's not even close, and we've already given up on the season in the first quarter.
Bookie Toaster, did you go to the game or did you just go to a tailgate?
No, absolutely. I was in the game. I was sitting in North. I mean, I don't know. I think what we talked about earlier with a mix of both UNC being bad and maybe it was, a glimpse of Tech being good. But I just think our defense as of right now is playing phenomenal. I think if we keep that pace, if Braxton starts to turn up a little bit, he's got to find Trey Turner more. He had Trey Turner wide open multiple occasions and just couldn't find him. But I think if that connection gets going, I don't know, man. I don't know. We killed. We beat Notre Dame.
How electric was the stands all game too?
That was insane.
Awesome.
Sick.
We're back.
It bothered me all week that it was a prime time game and you bet against your school. It bothered me all
Did
week.
you guys see? Did you guys see
At the
how?
end of the day, we're back.
Did you see how much the timeline just absolutely sucked off Virginia Tech for the entire weekend? It was sick.
It was sick.
Yeah, sick. All right.
We want Bama. I'm gonna say it.
No, we are still bad. Fuente tricks everybody every season. He's just tricking everybody again. We're gonna go 6-6 again. It's fine. All right, that's all Tech. So, all right, a little more college football though. It was a big weekend. I think last weekend's games were some of the most fun weekly matchups I've ever seen. This week, I think is a little bit less fun. Big Ten. I'll start there. Penn State, Wisconsin. It was one of my favorite games I've ever watched. I don't know why, but I love Big Ten games where neither team can play offense sufficiently.
Like the screenshot you see on Twitter where it'll just be like punt, punt.
I love.
Always makes me
I
laugh.
only like it when
Ten
it's Big
football at
Ten.
its best,
But yeah. So that was fun. And also, anybody, if you have any takes on the conferences, I'm just blabbing here, but jump in.
The Wisconsin game was like the most fun 0-0 halftime game there's ever been in football. It was like miserably like fun to watch. It was like kind of like testing your will, like how much did you really miss football? Like, do you want to watch punts and blocked field goals all day? The big news I think in the Big Ten was Indiana getting run out of Iowa.
Right. Shout out to MMA Betting Wizard, our fan, was swearing up and down that the Indiana Hoosiers would be in the Rose Bowl this season. So that's dead. Bookie Toaster, you like that one?
I mean, that's a tough scene for that guy. I don't know.
Do we know who MMA Betting Wizard is?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Steve.
He also, young Will from last week also came up to me before the game and was like, I'm also hammering Indiana. And I was just sitting there like, I strongly do not recommend.
Man.
Yeah, everybody out there, go follow MMA Betting Wizard. He's our boy. He's also one of the most loyal listeners to our show.
Really?
Yeah, he texts me.
That.
He texts me like strings of texts like live while he's listening. Like, commenting on it.
He's getting a shout out on the show. It's his time.
He's also like the smart as an MMA mind is. Like I've done a game with him before where I just pick like a random number like UFC 209 and he'll just like from memory just know the card.
That's fucking psycho.
Some psycho shit. But
all right, any thoughts on Ohio State and Oklahoma looking medium? Any takes on how that plays out the rest of the season, or not worried? Anybody?
I don't have any thoughts.
Like moderately worried. I'm not worried about Ohio State. Like that's like kind of felt like a game that was gonna like sneak up on them a little bit, and they were so dominant in the second half. Not worried.
He's back with Topo Chico.
Back with the Topo Chico's the goat.
Everybody, if you see Mont in the next couple of days, or maybe you see him in person, see him on Twitter, just give him a shout out, give him a thank you.
He's trying to make it famous on Twitter. He's pretty funny on Twitter. Sometimes I get a little worried when like after a bar he starts tweeting late.
Sure,
night,
yeah, he can be a little bit.
But he's funny on Twitter.
And cringy.
Oh, thank you.
He can be a little bit erratic on Twitter.
Trade.
Yeah.
All
right, well that's enough college football. Now we have our Topo Chico, so we can get into some more stuff. But
you want to do our picks?
Boogie Toaster, any other college football takes in general?
I mean, this might be a little bit spoiler for my pick later, but I guess it was week 0 at the time when Nebraska played Illinois. And I don't know what it was. I just, for whatever reason, had a hunch that the Cornhuskers were going to cover. I think it was 7 points.
Yeah.
And just watching Adrian Martinez be easily the worst quarterback in all of FBS was just it was hard to watch. It really was. It was just like red zone turnover after red zone turnover. So
yeah.
That's just from here on out, I'm very anti-Cornhusker.
So yeah, I actually know I looked at that line today, and I didn't quite take it, but I know what you're talking about.
There's something about like in college sports, like it is, but like especially football, like those like former really good programs that like when they fall apart and like every year their fan base is like, this is the year we're back. That's so funny to me. Like Nebraska, like every year is like, this is the year we're going to return to glory. Like Tennessee is kind of like that. It's so much fun to watch.
Miami, Florida State.
Yeah.
Oh, the last thing about college football, just in general, did you all see the Miami turnover chain stuff from the Alabama game?
So funny.
They did.
I mean,
why would you even pull that out?
You've got to figure it out. I'm sure they don't have any rules like about like when you can and can't. They need to do that.
True. But I'm saying at some like I get like okay, you're down 14, you're trying to hype up the squad, you give them the turnover chain, but at some point it's like you just gotta not pull it out. You're down 21 or more. Like, don't pull it out.
You gotta wait through every review too. Like them putting the chain back into the box was like one of the saddest. Like when and you see there's a picture that I saw on Twitter and it's like the score. I don't remember what it was, and they're down a couple scores, and the turnover chain's like getting put back in the box, and it just looks so sad. It's so embarrassing. Like wait through the review. You can do the turnover chain afterwards. This looks horrible.
Before we do picks, should we talk about Brian Kelly executing his team too? Before,
yeah.
Like, did anyone bet Notre Dame? They might not be there next week.
So I was sitting at home by myself on Sunday night like a loser, drinking beer, watching the game, and I like was about to turn it off. The game was over. Great game, really fun game.
Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, Labor
we
Day.
Didn't have to work.
Labor Day weekend, Sunday night. Just watching the game, drinking on the couch. And I was about to turn it off. Great game. Game ended. I'm like, see Brian Kelly's coming for the interview, and I'm like, I might as well watch it. And when he said, I want to execute all of my players or whatever, and whatever he said, I could not believe that came out of his mouth. And I immediately went to Twitter, and it was obviously all over the place.
Bookie Toaster, please tell me you were doing something fun on Sunday, because Chris wasn't, and we need you to have the fun for him.
On Sunday night, I'm trying to think. Oh, I did. I was at Shaw's on Sunday night.
Nice.
And I actually tried.
Yeah, I got invited to an undergrad day drink, and I decided I can't do that. I need to get out of this town. I'm 25.
Old, yeah.
Wait, I didn't.
25 is too old for that.
Yeah, I left Blacksburg Sunday morning because I got invited to undergrad day drink.
I may or may not have dragged our good friend Dennis Lai there.
I saw DS Lai's burner 8 was there. Our biggest hater. Did he have a nice time?
I mean, I think he'll deny that he did, but I know deep down he enjoyed it.
Oh, he fucking loved it. He definitely loved it.
All
right, picks. Let's do them. We're 30 minutes in.
All right, yeah, let's do picks. All right, so like I said, and like Nock tried to repeat, we're going to do 5 NFL picks and one college football pick. Season-long competition. Loser does the Topo Chico Mile. Winner between Bookie Toaster and Bring Me My Money gets to be our official, I don't know, I said gambling correspondent. Everybody seemed to hate it.
Title.
But nobody came up with a better idea because they're not
sports
funny.
Consultant, maybe?
Sure, sports consultant.
But
if that's what you think is
he's
better.
trying to put that on his resume. That's why he wants that there.
Before we
that would be hilarious. Could you imagine?
Before we start Bookie Toaster, I remember last week when you tweeted the contest, you replied with some trash talk, and did you delete it?
Did I what?
Did you delete your trash talk to me?
Conspiracy.
Absolutely
I'm looking
not.
for it. I can't find it.
Did you delete your tweet?
This would be
I
breaking
know
news.
absolutely would not delete any tweets directed at Bring Me My Money 5 after he clearly folded in the DMs and wouldn't wager against me. So.
Wait.
I can't find it in the reply to the.
It was the original tweet. No, it was the original tweet when I called you a clown.
Yeah, I know. I remember what you said.
Yeah,
I see it. No, it's still up there. It's still up there.
there.
Yeah, I don't know who who
Okay.
this clown is, but yeah, let's run head to head. All right, so I like the trash talk. We're gonna need more of that out of you guys. So I think we're gonna tweet it from our account every week, and then we're all gonna get famous off of this.
Clown
that's
is
the
kind
goal.
of an underused word. Like that's
clown
fucking
is a good
hilarious.
insult.
That's a great word.
All right. So last week's record didn't count. Sorry, that was because Nock and I weren't in it, and Nock and I's records also count.
Well, for the new competition, count it.
You beat Bookie Toaster. Congrats.
All right.
Bookie
Yeah,
Toaster,
actually, I got a
So,
quick
all right.
question.
So
Wait, he's got a
oh, go ahead.
So for the losing punishment, so Nock and Chris, you guys are also involved in that. So we're competing
That's
against
correct.
you guys as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna say because Bring Me My Money 5 won week 1, you get to decide if you want to go first or if you want Bookie Toaster to go first, and then we'll just go from there.
I also changed my mind on the punishment.
Okay, you want to have far more discussion?
I think punishment. So obviously, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I don't think Bring Me My Money is gonna lose. So I think that between
I
the three
really
of us,
hate this like
it
brand.
would be funny if like we had to go to like Tots or something. Like your punishment is to go to Tots, wear a hot dog suit. You have
Bring
to
Me
stay
My
there
Money
for
didn't go to
2 or
Tech.
3 hours.
I didn't go to
That's what I'm
Tech,
saying.
so-
Like he's
And
not gonna lose.
I'm not driving 4 hours down there.
Yeah, he's not gonna lose.
No,
so
he might. We can't have a punishment that
Then
somebody's
he
excluded
eats an
from.
onion then.
I'll stick with the Topo Chico Mile, and you guys can drive down to Tech. But I will not be driving 4 hours down for.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
that.
I don't know. It was just something I was brainstorming.
I'll do the onion too. Onions don't really like bother me like as much as everyone else. Like they don't make me cry when I cut them or anything like that. So.
But the skin though.
You're just very talented, I guess.
I don't know. They
must
don't
be.
bother me. Onions.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if I ate one, it would suck. But like like I don't cry when I cut them or anything like that. Like any.
You're so tough.
No, I don't think that's it.
You're such a tough. You're such a tough macho man.
I don't think it's that. But yeah, I'd rather go first. So then, if we have any of the same picks, you'll
All
get
right,
blamed
so
for
we'll
copying
figure out
me.
the punishment. Maybe it's TBD.
All right, so
I
Bring
don't
Me
know.
My Money wants to do his picks first. So what do we do? Bring Me My Money, Bookie Toaster, Crisp, and the Nock. Pulling up the rear.
Yes.
I'll interrupt here real quick. I think it would be best if we all save our locks for last, or what do we think about that?
Yeah, I like that.
Start with college, maybe.
No, so if
Well,
college
what
is
if
your
your
lock,
lock is
yeah.
your
So
color?
say your 5 picks that aren't your lock, and then a good idea, Bookie Toaster. Ready to contribute to the
There
show.
we
I got you guys.
Oh,
I
and
got you.
also for any of you listening, really quick, after we do our picks, we're gonna do at least one segment, maybe 2, depending on time. Just if you want to stick around. But go ahead. All right, go ahead. Bring me my money.
All right, I'll start
Also,
with.
you should Venmo Dennis.
I already did.
I'll guess I have mine. No, we're not doing that for the show, but I have mine in order. So I'll do my least favorite play of the week. It's such a homer pick, but I'm taking football team +1 as one of my NFL picks. I like Eckler injury news kind of scares me. They're like West Coast team going East Coast. I think Herbert's also going to have a natural regression from how good he was last year. So I'll take football team +1.
Say your other 4.
Oh, I'm doing all 4. Okay,
You're gonna
gotcha,
say so.
gotcha.
You have
Do
6.
all of them,
You have
and then
6
we'll save
picks.
our lives.
Say all 5 that are not your
Not
lock.
okay, the other one then next up is the Rams -7 on Sunday night. I think Andy Dalton's just a joke. That's like as long as my analysis will go. I think Andy Dalton's a joke. So
Yep.
I'll take the Rams. I'll
I
lay
like
7. My third one is New England -2.5 at home. I think those are going to be close games with Miami, but I'll take the small home favorite. Belichick's just a really good coach, and I believe in Mac Jones for sure. He was amazing in the preseason. And then my last NFL play is this is the going opposite of like the biggest like public play of the week is the Cardinals +3 on the road. I know that Toaster said he likes the Titans, and I don't dislike the Titans for the year, but I like the Cardinals +3 on the road for the opener. I think that's also going to be a sneaky contender for best game of the week. There's going to be a ton of points.
It's going to be a shootout.
It's
going to
be a lot of fun.
Hammer the over.
Agreed.
And then my college play, it's like kind of nauseating to look at, but I'm going to take Toledo +18 at Notre Dame. I don't think Notre Dame's
Love
any good.
it.
I don't think Notre Dame's any good, and I like Toledo.
Was that your
No,
two?
I mean,
No.
I'm going to bet it, but it's not my play.
Yeah. So those are my non two.
We gotta make a graphic at some point. We gotta make a graphic. We'll tweet it out like Friday or something of all of our picks together.
Yeah, we should. We definitely will. All right, good picks. I like your picks. I am mostly in agreement with all yours. I'm not saying that I'm taking them all, but most of the sides you're on, I
don't know if that's good news or bad news, but
Wow.
I feel good about them. Toledo kind of makes me like nervous. Like it just feels like they could get run out of the building by Notre Dame. But I think I like them.
All right, BT, go ahead.
All right, starting off, hate those picks, but I'll go into that now.
Well, considering you went 2 and 3 last week, I'm
So-
Come on.
I can't. I actually didn't hear what he said, but
I
He said he went 2 and 3.
I said I don't mind you hating my picks when you're going under 500.
that's all right. We got a long season ahead. But I'll start off. So pick number 1, NFL. Bills -6.5 at home. I think Josh Allen, Bills Mafia here against Steelers. I feel you'll feel very confident in the Bills offense to put up a ton of points. My second pick is 49ers -7.5. I think the Lions just are in completely different a different world in terms of the 49ers. I think that's going to be a demolished game. So very confident in the 49ers pick. I did have a similar pick here with bringing my money. I actually had the football team at -1. So I mean, I guess if we're depending on how that works.
We'll give
These are all like I did this.
when we tweet these out. We're gonna give you guys the same line. We'll probably just give you the better
Just
odds.
take the +1. The
I mean,
Chargers are gonna win it.
I did all this yesterday, so I guess maybe the Eckler news has changed it, but that was yesterday.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll give you the same line. We'll probably give you the better option.
I'm sure.
All right, sounds good. And then let's see. This is my 4th NFL pick is the under in the Bears and the Rams game. I think Stafford has a lot of hype coming into the season. Whether he lives up to that or not, I guess I'll live to see it. And then I just think the Bears' offense is atrocious. So that's under 46.5, by the way. And then my college football pick is kind of like I mentioned earlier. We're going to fade the Cornhuskers we have Buffalo at +14. I'm just going to fade Adrian Martinez for the rest of the season.
For you guys. No one's confident in their college pick?
Yeah, I mean, Like I had like a lot of college picks. It was tough for me to only pick one, like because I'll play. If you follow me on Twitter at Bring Me My Money 5, I'll play many more than just one college play this weekend. So I didn't want to make it my lock because I was debating between.
You guys have to release your numbers to us about how many people follow you after the podcast.
They both have more followers than we do.
What?
Yeah.
I can give it to you right.
Also, after we give our picks, we're gonna give both of them a second to just plug their Twitter for a second. We said their name, but we'll plug what you guys do for a second. And Mont. But we're gonna let's finish. I just had the idea. We'll finish the picks first. Plug your followers at that point. But go ahead, Nock.
I think you're up.
You want me to go next?
Yeah, we're going.
We're gonna talk about those first.
What did you think? I just want to hear your opinion.
Just mine. I mean, I liked them in general. I like the Bills a lot, and I like the under. It just kind of feels like it just feels so lame to always bet like a Sunday night like game under. Like I liked the pick. I almost made it as one of mine. I just was like, I don't want to watch the night football.
Lame. And then rooting for an under.
Like a game on Sunday afternoon, I'll take the under. But like the primetime game unders, this always like make me sad. But. And then I'm always down to go against the Steelers or Nebraska. So,
all right, like a little bit of alignment.
Yeah.
All right, you're up.
Say thanks, Bookie Toaster. Come on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. It was a very kind gesture, but I don't know. I'm not here to make friends, so.
I only talked about half of the picks.
All right, good. All right, so my 5 non-locks are I've got Atlanta, Philly, over 48. I've got. I just think that their defense is. It just feels like an over game to me. Atlanta, Philly. I was almost when I saw that was on the schedule. That was almost a whatever number I looked at. I would bet the over because of the teams. I got Carolina Jets under 44.5. I'm not buying that Sam Darnold is good. You can't just convince me that he goes to a different team and is now all of a sudden good. And this is Zach Wilson's first game. He's not going to score a lot of points. Come on. Got Vikings -3 against the Bengals. Not buying the Bengals. Joe Burrow's fine, but team's not there yet. Got the Broncos -3 against the Giants. I think the Giants +3 is a big public play. Knock, I know you love the Giants. I don't. I think
their line is dog shit though. That's the only thing.
It's like it's when I saw that the Broncos were favored by 3 against the Giants, I was like, that's a little fishy. Like it feels weird. They shouldn't be favored by 3, so I took it because it seemed fishy. And the last NFL play I'll take is Packers -4 against New Orleans. I know that's like a rat take, like it's like whatever, but I'm sure that's a big public play. I kind of feel like a jackass taking it because I'm sure it'll lose, but I don't see how the Saints are going to beat the Packers, so I'm just going to take it. So those are my 5 NFL plays.
Not to make you nervous, but did you see the news today coming out of Cincinnati? There was a.
What was it?
There's a some animal in the zoo. I want to say it's a gorilla.
Yes.
Yeah, named after Joe Burrow, who died today. Yeah. So they're playing for the Joe Burrow dead gorilla. So I can't imagine betting against a dead gorilla.
I did, and I don't love that.
Yeah.
I don't love that.
That's my stat.
If I lose, I know why, but I don't know. I don't believe in Joe Burrow. Sorry.
I believe in dead gorillas. So.
What was your take on
Rest in peace, Harambe.
My take on the Eagles and Falcons game is that I looked at the schedule and I saw the Falcons were playing the Eagles, and I just thought that sounds and feels like a game that's going to go over.
That's going to be a dumpster fire.
I like that pick. I like that pick.
Well, it's going to be a dumpster fire on the defense, Mont. So Mont just chimed in. He's an Eagles guy, our tech producer, best employee of all time, just said he's an Eagles guy. We need to get him a mic. He thinks it's going to be a dumpster fire of a game.
It's going to be coming.
Thinks it's going to be a dumpster fire of the game. I don't disagree, but it just look. It's the Falcons and the Eagles. It's going to go over. Think about it.
It's going to be a dumpster fire.
I agree. I'm also an Eagles fan myself.
I don't know if this makes you feel better or worse, but the Panthers under and the Eagles over were my favorite over and under of the week. I didn't I wanted to do all spreads for this, but that was my favorite
that's hype.
over and under of the week for sure.
You and the Giants.
I don't know about
+3. It's
the Eagles have higher odds of winning the division than the Giants do, right?
I mean, sure, go for it. Like both of those teams are trash, but the Giants are less trash.
Yeah, they're about.
I disagree.
Wait, you're saying that Giants?
The Giants had a pretty good defense last year. Daniel Jones has to be good this year, or he's.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does
He
that
has
mean?
to be good this
Just
year.
because somebody
That's over.
has to be. Josh Rosen had to be good a couple years ago.
So did Trubisky last year.
No,
What do you
Josh
mean
Rosen's
has to be
different.
good?
Josh Rosen, yeah, Trubisky had to be good and he sucked.
I-
Now
Well,
he's out of a job.
Daniel Jones has to be good and he's going to suck.
Question: what do you think the chances are that Daniel Jones is the starter next year, Week 1 for the Giants?
I think it
Nick
depends
thinks
on
they're
how
going to win
this
the
year
division,
goes.
so
If they win the division, then he's gonna be the starter again next year.
I would say like this is. I was gonna say I think this
Saquon's
is probably
back.
his last year as a starting quarterback
He has
in the NFL.
sick wide receivers. The only thing that is bad is he doesn't have an offensive line. So we'll see how that goes.
I don't
But
know the exact number on this stat, but I'm pretty sure Daniel Jones is undefeated against Washington and has like 2 wins against the rest of the NFL, or 3 or 4 wins, like a very
Yeah,
small
so
number.
he's good against the best team in the division.
If
so
you play
that's
us
how they're gonna
16
win it.
times, you'll be really good. But like, he is like I don't think he has 5 wins against non-teams that aren't the football team.
I mean, you very well could be right,
Yeah.
but this is just my take, and I gotta stick by it. But all right, my turn. I've been cooking up some fucking picks in here. All right, for those of you watching YouTube, Bookie Toast, you can't see. We got a crock pot sitting in front of us.
Nick just wait. Hold on.
Picks on this bad boy.
All this
Actually, go
whole
ahead
time I've
and
been sitting
finish.
here thinking, why is there a crock pot in the
He
middle of
was
this
so
table?
excited.
Oh, yeah.
That's what his gimmick.
Vaughn knew what was going on, but yeah.
Give me that.
Knock
You
just
want it?
for those of you who are listening, and also Bookie Toaster, you're not seeing this. Knock put a crock pot in front of us, and it's just been sitting here the whole time. And when he said he's been cooking up his picks, he stood up and pulled his phone out of the crock pot with the biggest grin on his face the whole time.
I love it. I
Alright.
love it.
So okay. My picks for the week are Falcons -3 because they're gonna win by 10. It's so easy. Vikings,
Good analysis.
Cincinnati under. I have 47.5, so we'll have to fix the line. But I have.
I didn't take that.
He had the Vikings.
I thought somebody took the over.
Maybe somebody did.
I have Seattle -2.5 against the Colts. Panthers -4 because Sam Darnold is the truth, and Giants +3.
Is your lock
What
going to be
you
college
got?
football too?
My lock is college football.
You are a terrible college football bettor.
That's my lock.
Wow.
I have faith.
I cannot
I'm
believe
gonna go out
that.
on a limb and guess it's probably gonna just be Tech.
No, well, Middle Tennessee State's going to cover, but that's beside the point. All right, Knock. All right, nice. Everybody said their
So
five
those are my
picks.
picks.
Yeah.
I
Fine.
hate the Falcons pick, but
Same.
I mean, I don't understand how the Falcons don't beat the Eagles. Jalen Hurts won't. Their team will not score more than 17 points.
So you're basing on it. You're basing on it because you think Jalen Hurts stinks. Like you
I
hate
think Jalen Hurts stinks. I think the Eagles stink, and I think the Falcons are mediocre.
Would you rather have Jalen Hurts or Daniel Jones?
You can't pause.
You just
Yeah.
said Jalen
Yeah, you're
Hurts.
just-
Wait a
yeah.
second. You just said Jalen Hurts
You're
I'm going to
stinks.
say Daniel Jones to stick with my take.
That's nuts. All right. Cool. Anybody? All right. I locked. I forgot we got locks. All right. Bring me my money. Same
First
order.
off, I don't like the L word. I don't like to.
Well, that's
that
what.
word.
Or maybe we'll. No, that's what we're calling it. That's what we're calling it. Lock of the week.
Well, I will never call it.
What's
that.
your lock of the week?
My favorite play of the week is Carolina -4.
are you fucking kidding me?
Double revenge
Is
game.
that wait?
Yeah, go for
Is
it.
that Boogie Toaster's lock of the week too?
Yeah.
It also, I had -4.5, but that's also my.
All right.
Oh,
All right, everyone's on Carolina, baby. I love it. I love
I
it.
thought when you said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" You were shit talking my pit. And I was like, no, that's
Dude,
hilarious.
literally, this happened last week too with Kansas State. You just went before me and said it, and I'm like,
Well, I
here
had
we
it as
go.
my lock last week because I
He
think
wanted to
Stanford-
take
Wait, I
Kansas
thought
State
you
as his
hated
lock.
the L
Yeah, because
word.
Stanford is the worst, maybe the worst, like Power 5 program in college football.
That's
They're a
hilarious that
joke.
you guys have had the same lock 2 weeks in a row.
Why do we need to do this competition? We're just we have the same wavelength and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll give a brief reason why. I mean, first off, double revenge game for Darnold and Robbie Henderson. I don't really believe in Zach Wilson. I don't really believe in Sam Darnold either, but I think the Jets' run defense is horrible, and people have kind of forgotten a little bit how insanely good Christian McCaffrey is. I think he's going to put up 1.5 million yards.
We also don't know if the Jets coach is good, right? I feel like that's another reason to focus into it.
Yeah, I don't really. We don't know either. I think he will be decent, but I just he, as good as he is, I don't think he can overcome at least year one how horrible that defense is
Yeah.
going to be, and I think McCaffrey's going to have one of those crazy stat games where also if you play him in fantasy this week, just good luck because he's going to put up a shit.
What did he tweet?
Sorry, Mont tweeted something funny at us. Just go check our Twitter. Mont tweeted a funny meme about the Ravens at us. Bookie Toaster, any more analysis you want to add on top of that?
Yeah,
same lock.
he did kind of hit the nail on the head, I will say. But I like the same thing. Robbie Anderson, Sam Darnold revenge game. And then I think I also have McCaffrey in like 3 of my fantasy leagues, so I think he's going to erupt for potentially 200 scrimmage yards.
Nice. Good analysis.
And it's just the Jets. I mean, they're just the Jets. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, I like.
It is pretty soft that you guys have the same lock, but
That is actually.
I was
so glad
honestly
that
I
went
was
first.
I was pretty nervous that was going to happen because he didn't say it in his first 5 NFL picks or 4 NFL picks, and I was just like, kind of inevitable.
Yeah, I mean,
That's all right. Well, you live and you learn. Hopefully, it
Wait,
won't
so
happen next week.
was Kansas State going to be your lock last week until I made it mine?
I was definitely leaning towards it, yeah. And then like you said it, and I was like, oh, I can't even. I can't.
Yeah, I saw.
That's good integrity, though.
Yeah, I saw him, and he was like, "Dude, I was about to pick Kansas State as my lock, but that dickhead picked it before me."
That clown. I love that word.
All right, go ahead. That was me.
You.
All right, my lock of
I
the
really
week
hope you pick the same one as me. That'd be so funny.
Georgia UAB over 45.
That's interesting. An over from college for your lock of the week.
I love it. Georgia. So Georgia won. Georgia's obviously feeling good, but Georgia, people aren't talking about this as much as they should. Georgia's offense looked incapable of anything last week against Clemson. They scored 3 points on offense. They did not move the ball. They did not do anything impressive. If they want to win anything this season, they're going to have to play a lot better on offense than they did last week. Georgia's going to come out firing. They're going to I think they're really going to try to lay it on offensively to try to make up for what happened last week. UAB is a pretty solid mid-major. They're not going to be they're obviously not on the level of Georgia, but I think they're going to be able to get a touchdown in this game, it might at least, and maybe a couple field goals. I think they're going to get a couple points. The over is only at 45. I think Georgia gets into the high 30s, maybe even 40s, because you saw last season that JT Daniels is capable of that, and I think that they're going to run it up on offense because they have to.
What's the spread in that game? Do you know?
Yeah, I do. I'm probably betting it. It's 24.5. I'm probably betting that as well.
I think of what that means for math. Like, what does UAB need to get to? Like, what's their team total then? This is
I don't know. Math. But that's my analysis. All right, Nock, go ahead.
45.
All right. So my lock of the week, it's kind of based on a theme, right? Podcast is back. Football is back. The Hokies are back. The Texas Longhorns -7 are also back. Hook 'em horns, baby.
Oh, my God.
Who do they play?
Arkansas. This is a prove-it game. They want to join the SEC. They go in to Arkansas, and they fucking stomp them. Longhorns -7.
All right, I like it. I mean, Arkansas didn't look very good last week.
They won, though.
They didn't look very good, though. All right, those are our locks. That's fun. All right, so we're gonna tweet these.
Wait, did you also take Carolina? I know
I had Carolina, but
I'm the only one. I'm the only one that
Chris,
doesn't have Carolina -3.5 or whatever it is.
4.
I have the under, so we all.
Is there
have
any
action.
doubt that Carolina's gonna get waxed?
I mean, the Jets are gonna win. Actually, the Jets are gonna lose by 2.
Jets are gonna win out right now. I can just feel that.
I love that. All right, we'll tweet these out. And we'll keep a running tally. There may be a change to the punishment. Who knows? But this is fun. This is good.
I got
right.
a quick little maybe bonus pick. Not going to official play, but I don't know if you guys saw Florida's 9/11 tribute jerseys.
Oh yeah.
Whose jerseys?
So
Florida's.
I think bonus play. Just have to hammer Florida -28.5.
I did see those. Those jerseys are sick.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I do. It's kind of hard not to bet on that.
Sometimes I don't know Bookie Toaster. Sometimes when I see a team come out with like really sick jerseys, I get nervous about betting them. I think they come out a little nervous. I don't know. I don't know if teams with really sick jerseys win a lot. What is the mojo on that? Is it we have to bet it when their jerseys are sick?
Yeah,
I mean, if I see a 9/11
September
tribute,
11th.
I just have to
You have a
take it.
picture of it? Oh, no.
Yeah, I pulled it up.
I mean, you definitely can't bet against. You definitely can't bet against.
You
those
either
jerseys.
stay away from the game because you don't want to root against America, or you bet with Florida.
Yeah, it's on the 11th too.
All right.
Oof.
So those are our picks. We'll tweet them out, like I said. Nock, What do we want to do about segments? We're 55
So
minutes.
55 in. We definitely need to do Twitter questions. So
Right.
I think maybe we do the 3 beers thing and skip
No beef.
of the week.
All right, my beef wasn't that good
was
anyway.
gonna
Did
say,
anybody
mine
have
wasn't
really
good.
good beef? Did you have really good beef now?
He had beef with your card, but that's
Did
I
fine.
had beef
Well,
with-
you already said your beef.
I had 2 beefs.
Did
Well,
anybody
I
have
guess
really
not that
good beef?
important.
If it's not that good, don't say it. If it's good, say it.
Nah, I didn't have a good one.
Bookie Toaster.
That's like way too much.
Nah, I didn't really have good beef.
All right, we'll just skip it for time
So let's
purposes.
do 3 beers and then we'll do Twitter questions.
Okay, yeah. So this segment that we're doing, quick explanation. Nock, do you want to explain it, or you want me to explain it?
Yeah, so we were just trying to think like, okay, what are like the 3 best, not necessarily brands of beer, but what are the 3 best times to drink a beer? So, like, this is like a pander pick, right? But the NFL's on tonight. Like, one of my picks could be sitting down for the first NFL game, getting that first beer in you. That's like a pander pick. That's not one of my actual picks. But
Wait, is it like
that's an
a?
example.
Is it like a when, or can it be like a? Not to give anything away, like a style or like a situation.
I would say when, where, situation.
Okay.
All are in
All
play.
right, how about I just go first?
Yeah, so say just
There's-
one.
So 1-1, pick 1-1 would be that Mario Kart beer. So when you're playing Mario Kart and you're drinking that beer, that's one of the greatest beers of all time.
That is a fun beer, even though I'm pretty
Yeah.
bad. I guess I'll go.
You guys.
We'll go crisp, we'll go Bookie Toaster, and then bring me my money at reverse order.
So do I get a little snake 2 in a row?
Yeah, you get a little snake.
That's huge.
I'm going to pick. Tough one for a first pick. All right, I'm going to say an airport beer before vacation.
That's a good one.
Ooh, that was on my list for sure. That's a good one.
That's
All right,
such a good
bring
pick.
Boogie Toaster. Go ahead.
So my first pick would be just any live sporting event stadium beer. Specifically, I was going to go in detail about Lane Stadium. This is actually the first year that they're selling alcohol at the games. So a Lane Stadium beer, especially against UNC this past weekend. So
That is
stay in
sick.
mind.
Yeah, they sell beer now. Dever, how many? Or
Oh!
Just cut it. Just cut it. Cut it.
Cut that out.
Hey,
Got it.
Bookie Toaster. How many minutes did you stand in line for a beer?
Yeah, so that was potentially going to be my beef of the week.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure we just like sent someone and just kind of got as many as we could.
Yeah.
But the lines were ridiculous all around for
like-
everything.
How
Beer,
expensive was
food.
beer?
Not crazy, but it just took 30 to
Like
45
what beer?
minutes.
Like what beer do they
Look-
sell?
They had all the lights.
I had this
Yeah,
like
domestic
idea.
beers.
JMU started selling beer at football games in 2019, my last year there, and I had this idea like they should just buy a shit ton of natty light and sell them for like $2 like a beer, and then just give them out like rather than buy like actual like beer. Like they
Yeah.
should just buy like natty light or hams and just like sell them for like $1.50, $2, and they'll still make a ton of money. But-
Yeah, Dever, that first... Oh, my God, I did it again. Jesus Christ. Or it got 2 cuts. I'm an idiot. Boogie Toaster, that first beer in Lane was pretty awesome. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
All right, bring me my money.
I got 2. I can't believe this one fell to me. I think the best beer on the planet, without a doubt, is free. That's my first pick.
All right,
Any free beer.
Any
Any free beer in any situation's the best beer.
That was a great
That's
pick.
I
didn't think
can't
about that.
fathom that made it to me.
Phenomenal.
I was gonna.
Yeah, it's back to you.
This kind of. You said any beer, Bookie Toaster, that in a stadium, so that kind of my second one was gonna be just like a summer baseball game beer, but that's in a stadium, so we'll cut that out. I'll say 19th hole beer. Like after a round of golf, like you're tired and you're sweaty, that beer hits different. So those are my 2,
That's a
free
good
and
one.
19th hole.
Golf beer. I didn't
Yeah, I
even
like
have
that.
that on my list. That's
19th
a
beer.
mistake.
All right, Boogie Toaster.
So mine would be the first beer of the summer. So I guess I'll elaborate a little bit. Usually, like Memorial Day weekend, like me and all my buddies from home, everyone's finished school, we all head down to the shore, and that pretty much kicks off the summer, like the first beer on the beach of the summer.
I like it. Me?
Yep.
Okay, mine is the first beer after you complete your court-mandated alcohol awareness course.
That's a good one.
Is there
That is such a
anything we
good-
need to know about that?
Yeah, I had to take a court-mandated alcohol awareness course my freshman year, and then once the course ended, all of us that were in the course had a beer together, and it was good beer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, mine kind of. I guess no, it's not similar to that. So I guess I'll go back to back here. Mine would be my first or second choice is the first time you get to college, that first beer that you have, and you're like I'm independent now. I'm so cool. I'm drinking a beer at college. Like that beer is phenomenal. I got a CR that beer, but it was still a phenomenal beer.
I forgot that you also got in trouble.
And then my last pick, this one could be kind of depressing, but it's like when you're depressed about your life, that first beer to like make everything fade away. That's a great beer.
That's incredibly depressing.
Yeah, I don't know if I like
thought that, but I was
That's
like,
the
you know,
worst
this
pick
could be
ever.
a good beer.
That's the worst pick I've ever heard.
That when you said like this is gonna be a little depressing, I thought that was like a joke. That is really, really depressing.
But it's a great,
Yeah,
it's a great
that
beer.
was
You want
deep,
nothing
man.
more than all your problems to fade away, and then boom, one beer in, you're like, all right, everything's gone. I'm good now.
I feel like at that point you're not going to be drinking beer.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Like that's like a
That's
is
big.
that
Maybe
like
that
a
was a
vodka
bad
thing.
pick then. That could have been just a really bad pick.
That
on
was
my
a
part.
terrible pick. Are you okay?
Glad that you're opening
No.
up to us
Anything you
though.
need to talk to?
I do need to talk about it. That's why we have this podcast. Like, I didn't
All
get
right, next
anything
episode
out.
will be all about mental health. Okay. Well, I don't know how to follow that.
Is that all your picks? Everybody's
Yeah.
picks?
We're doing three.
No. Well, you're
Or
the one
yeah,
that's
yeah,
done.
so then
My last pick
round.
will be. I'm gonna say a boat beer.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
No,
That's a good one.
I can't believe I chose a depressing
All right.
beer. A boat beer.
Go ahead, Bookie Toaster.
That's a good one.
Mine would be, I guess mine are all, I guess for the most part college related, but like the first day drink beer. Like you're in for a great day. First beer of the day drink, celebratory, just kicking it off.
I had that written down. That's a good one.
I mean, yeah, that's a really good one. My last one's gonna be the first beer you have when you get home from like a party or an event. Like you meet up with your roommates like after the party, like you sit on the couch, no one wants to go to bed yet, and you crack a beer. That first one.
That is
to,
a
like,
good beer.
recap the night like real quick. Like what did we talk? Like
The
what did we do
after
tonight?
beer.
Yeah.
That's my third pick.
That is a really good beer. Did anybody else have any good honorable mentions they want to shout out really quick?
I had one. My honorable mention. You kind of took it with your vacation one, but I was gonna say a good beer is when you like your first beer when you arrive at the destination. Like you get to
Yeah.
the beach, like you get to wherever, like you sit down, like before you unpack, you're like, I'm gonna crack one.
I should have said the 3 p.m. Friday beer. Like, you're pretty much done working at that point, and so it's like, you know what? I guess Bookie Toaster, you wouldn't really know what that's like yet, but when,
Yeah.
when you can get off a little early and you're like, you know what, I'm going to start drinking in what we call the middle of the day. That's a pretty good one. Also depressing, though. It sounds really depressing when I say it.
Shower beer?
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
I was just about to
shower
say, I'm shocked
beer.
no one took
Beer.
shower beer.
tech producer chimes in with the shower
Mott
beer.
from
Mott.
deep.
The only other one I had, because I had the tailgate one, the only other one I had is a beer that you've snuck somewhere. It's a good beer.
Ooh, that's a really good beer.
But I didn't
Yeah.
quite
Sneaky
say it
beer.
because I haven't snuck that many beers places, but like, yeah, I've like snuck a beer into like game before or like
Yeah.
into a
That
concert
kind of
venue
goes with
maybe.
the free beer.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, it feels
similar.
like a free beer,
Especially
but-
because it tastes so good because like wherever you're at, like that place is charging like $15 a beer, and you're just like, I got this for free.
Yeah, like on a
that's-
golf
that's
course,
sweet.
too.
Yeah.
yeah, sneaking a beer is a good beer. Any others that you had, Bookie Toaster? Or you say all yours.
Nah, you guys pretty much wrapped them up.
All right. So
Questions?
we're skipping beef of the week. We'll get back to it next week. Let's get to questions. So
Cool.
should we have Bring Me My Money read the questions?
Sure. So I would skip the cow turd one and then just go up.
I was trying to think of an
Start it.
answer to say to Couchard's question.
I don't
I
have
was just
an answer.
don't read the question, but my answer was just gonna be I'm anti-bomb.
That's a great take.
That's
Anti-bomb.
my take on that.
You
So
take one thing from today.
I'm anti-bomb.
Okay.
Crisp.
All right, so go
So
ahead.
start with the one above that.
Any
Read
question
the
that was
Twitter
not
name
the Couchard
and then
one.
the
Yeah,
question.
shout out the person. Who
All
did
right,
it. Yeah, Bookie Toaster. Can you
Any
read
ones
these?
that aren't stupid.
Yeah, I have it pulled up too, so I can read them.
The Couchard one is kind of funny.
Yeah, that one is very funny.
If you're hearing this, I appreciated it. So at _Juan and only boxers or briefs.
Briefs.
Yeah, I wear boxers.
I'm boxers for sure.
I'm a briefs guy.
Let's go, Bookie
Nice.
T.
Yeah, we're two and two there.
Uh,
Mont, what do you wear? Damn, we lost.
There we go.
Tiebreaker.
3-2.
next one from George Styles. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
No.
I really like pineapple on pizza.
I think I don't care what anyone else eats on a pizza. You know.
Well, all right. Well,
I
that's not
don't
the right
eat
answer.
pineapple on pizza, but like the people who
Okay.
are so like,
I don't
oh,
know.
how dare you do that, are weird to me.
I love it.
It physically bothers me.
I think people who are like, oh, pineapple shouldn't belong on pizza are like heavy gatekeepers and just like It's just like
I'm with that.
I agree.
I'm with
Fine,
that
I'll
for
guard
sure.
the gate. Somebody's got to.
All right, next, Nathan Teagarden at T-Soccer said, who would win in a fight at Tots, Crisp or Trey Turner?
Yeah, this is a quick,
So there's
quick story.
There's story
Yeah.
here that we need.
Boogie Toaster, you were there, right?
I was. I mean,
So
I was
listen
on
to
the
this shit.
outskirts of it.
Listen to this shit. Can you? I could not believe that this shit happened. So we're standing after the Tech game. It's Saturday night, so the day after. Standing at Tots. Trey Turner walks downstairs. Pretty drunk. Not
You
that
or
Trey
him or
Turner.
both?
I was fine.
Okay.
So we're standing there. Trey Turner's walking around, and he like stops and talks to us. I don't remember who got his attention first, but he's like stops and talks to our group. Teagarden, but his back was turned to us at this point. This guy Teagarden, who asked a question, goes up to him and like aggressively taps him on the shoulder, like gets his attention for this. He wasn't already looking at us. Gets his attention. Trey Turner turns really quick. Trey Turner's like the star receiver of the Virginia Tech football team, for those who are unaware. Taps him on the shoulder. He turns around. He goes, "Hey Trey," this guy points at me. "This guy didn't believe in you this year." And I was like, I looked at Teagarden and I looked at Trey Turner just like for 5 seconds, just in disbelief. Like, I was like, "What are you doing?" I thought Trey Turner was about to maybe beat me up. Was like my first thought, and then he didn't do anything about it. And the only thing I could get out of my mouth was, "Sorry, I have a podcast. I have to do takes that are unpopular." Was the only thing that I could get out of my mouth. And then Trey Turner said, "It's all good, bro," and walked away.
How awkward can you be to like walk up to like an athlete and do that?
Yeah,
I gotta be really awkward to do that.
I couldn't believe. I was with Bookie Toaster was there. I was with Mitch Clark, Ethan Steele, and Nathan Teagarden. What a group!
Just going
Yeah,
full
well,
names.
Teagarden was starting all.
Well,
sorts
I
of
didn't say
fights,
Bookie.
and
I didn't say Bookie Toaster's name. What'd you say, Bookie Toaster?
I said Teagarden was starting all sorts of fights in downstairs Tots that night. So
Yeah, there was a lot of beef going on.
Kid
We'll
takes
leave it
3
at that.
steroids and all of a sudden he wants to get in fights.
I
all the
can't
time.
fathom a worse answer in that moment than like I have a podcast. And, like he's looking at this
What-
like
No, that's a great.
What-
that's a
what
great
year-
answer.
what
Get
year
some
was
views.
this?
You should have said.
What do you mean? This was 2 days ago.
2 days
Or-
ago.
or this was on Saturday, after the day after we beat UNC. He goes, "Hey, this kid didn't believe in you."
I mean, he's just
And
like
I was like, and he also made it seem like I didn't believe in him personally.
Like you
He said
actively rooted
you.
against
He said
Trey
you, not the team.
"Excuse me, Mr. Turner, I have a podcast."
That's all. That's all the thing I could get out of my mouth.
Oh man.
All right, next question.
Next one from Mark Owen. Would you rather cut off your non-dominant hand or only be allowed to watch the 4 major sports if a Detroit team was playing in the game? So Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings.
the Detroit one.
That's actually a really fun
That's
question.
a really good question.
That's a good question, Mark. I've gotten on you for asking bad questions in the past, and this is actually a very good one.
I mean, you're never watching a playoff game the rest of your life.
I would
Not the rest of
say,
your life,
well,
but-
yeah, I would say, although the answer is definitely the Detroit sports teams, but it is a funny question.
I mean, I don't know. Like, you could make it fun rooting for a bad team. You could make it fun.
Yeah, I do it.
If
I
you
do it
drink
every
the
year,
whole
all
time
year
you're
round.
doing it,
I mean,
yeah.
you're never gonna watch another Super Bowl.
Jared Goff, truth.
Yeah.
I'm torn
Cookie
on this
Toaster,
one.
you
I
like
don't think
Detroit
I-
teams?
Oh, I mean,
Contavious
I
Cephas.
don't, but I like my left hand more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I couldn't fathom myself to do it, but that was a really good one.
What if it was
Yeah.
like a pinky finger?
Oh,
Your
that finger's going
non-dominant pinky.
by.
You would give up your pinky finger on your
Continue
non-dominant hand to
to
watch good sports.
To watch, like, to continue my life as is, I would, like, I don't know, it would be tough to do it myself, but I would have it, like, removed for sure. Like, I don't need it. What does your pinky finger do for you on your left
I
hand?
would.
It helps
I
me
would.
catch footballs.
I would rather watch
Play
football than catch
basketball.
football.
Your pinky finger helps you keep
That's
rocks.
fair.
Ah, they're under the bed. I should have put my new Kyrie Irving low force on the table to show, but I'm getting into basketball.
All right, next question.
This one is really good. I read this one earlier, and I have thought about it a lot. From Will Lightfoot. Would you rather fight a chicken every time you get into your car or fight an orangutan once a year when you have a knife to fight the orangutan?
fuck.
I thought about
Orangutan
this
once
question.
a year.
Orangutan once a year.
I thought about this too. I've been thinking about it for a little bit.
Well, if you're a listener of this show regularly, you know I'm pretty afraid of birds. So I would say orangutan by default.
Cause like think about this, right? You're at the mall and you have to get into your car, you're gonna strangle a chicken in front of other people? Like, no! At least if it's the orangutan once a year, maybe you get to pick the location, like you can trade for a year.
I mean, like, I would just never, like, I would just be so fucking annoyed if I was, like, trying to, like, go to, like, the grocery store and I was like, I gotta beat a chicken to death just to go, like, to this, like, get some bread.
I thought about it. The only... Sorry, Bookie, you go.
No, I was saying, like, say you're running late for work. Like, oh, I gotta fight this chicken real quick. Like,
the only way that the chicken one I think you would choose is if you live in New York City, right? Then you never need to hop in your own car, so you're never going to fight the chicken. You just can't drive anywhere yourself anymore, right?
That's actually a good little loophole you found.
Could you set something
I
up?
told you
like,
I thought
hey,
about
you go in
this
the car
way too
first
long.
and then just watch him get attacked by a chicken.
Loser of our bet has to fight a chicken.
Or orangutan with a knife. The thing about the orangutan, which is why you can't pick it, is because, like, I think you could lose even with a knife.
For sure.
Yeah, like, it could kill you. You gotta do it every year. When you're, like, 50, you're gonna beat an orangutan with a knife.
Probably not, and you might
Yeah.
die at 50, but are you going to take a girl out on a date and you're like, hold on, let me strangle this chicken before I get there?
I mean, I'm gonna just Uber everywhere the rest of my life is the answer. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, that's a really good question. I thought about it for a long time.
That's question of the day right there.
Alright, there's only a few more. If a turtle, from, at Scoop Jardine. Scoop Jardine, sorry. If a turtle doesn't have a shell, is it homeless or naked? Both.
Naked.
Yeah, like it doesn't have.
I'm gonna
like
say
a-
naked as
But
well.
animals don't wear clothes. So I
So
just
neither?
think he's homeless.
Or naked.
Like, can an animal be naked?
Bookie and Toaster and I are on the same page.
You
Yeah,
both say
because, like,
naked?
he could still, like, say, I don't know where turtles actually live, but, like, I feel like his home would be like a forest or some grassy area, and
You
like
swayed
his
me.
shell is a part of him.
That's genius. I never thought about
I'm
that.
on
I
that.
like
I'm
that.
on that team officially now.
Good point, Bookie Toaster.
That was a great point that never crossed.
It was very
my mind.
articulate.
He sleeps in a cave. I don't know. Like he's got a home.
like. Yeah, like if I sleep in a sweatshirt, my sweatshirt's not my home. Like,
Yeah, right.
like that's a weird example, but like that's like it's not his home just because it's his. Yeah, it's on his body. That's not his home. It's a yeah. That's
But
a
if you're not
dumb
wearing a sweatshirt,
question.
you're naked.
Yeah. At WFT to the bull from Swadley, do you think you could score a basket on LeBron if you had 1,000 tries? If your
Yeah.
answer is yes,
Yeah.
you're an
100%.
absolute
100%.
fucking moron.
Yeah.
100%.
You're a
100%.
moron.
If I throw up a thousand,
tries.
if I throw up 1,000 prayer threes, I just run around until I get a little bit of room to throw up a prayer three.
You're not getting any room. He's 6'8".
I think the opposite is harder. Like, say he has a shot clock. If he had 1,000 tries, do you think he'd score on you 1,000 times?
Yeah, I think
I think
that
he
makes
would.
sense. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I think that one he would.
I think that I throw up 1,000 threes and I make one.
I think he blocks 1,000 threes in your face, and I think absolutely no chance can you score on LeBron at that. Like if he's like putting his best effort, like NBA Finals Game 7 on the line, zero chance you score.
I'm with Chris on this one. I think after 1,000 times, he's got to
Yep.
fatigue a little bit, and you're down to get some space to chuck up a
Who's gonna
prayer.
fatigue first? You or LeBron?
No, he's old.
Very fair.
He's washed.
He's gonna fatigue.
washed.
No, Bookie Toaster, you're right. Don't back down.
This next one is I guess I'm the only one who says I'm not scoring on LeBron. This next one from at Steven Workman, I love this one. Was Babe
This
Ruth
is
real?
MMA. This is MMA.
MMA
betting
wizard.
wizards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was Babe Ruth real? I have a firm answer to that one.
Is
No.
Babe Ruth real? I didn't
Babe
know
Ruth
that
is
this
not
was
real.
a debate.
Babe Ruth
Yeah, I don't know
is
that
a
I'm
fiction
educated on this
character.
conspiracy
Is
theory.
this like a real conspiracy theory?
It's a conspiracy theory. I don't know whether you call it real or not. That he was made up to like grow like publicity for the game. All the videos of him
Aren't
look
there-
super sketch. He's like
Oh.
5'7" and like 350 pounds, but he was this great athlete who was hitting more home runs than every team in baseball put together. I call bullshit. Not real.
If he's not real, then Wilt Chamberlain's not real.
Well, no.
Will Chamberlain's like
real.
the
He's
pictures.
like-
Pull
he
the
like-
picture of Babe Ruth and it's
Isn't
like
he
it,
still alive, Will Chamberlain? Is that ridiculous of me to say?
No, he's.
Is he
he's
dead?
I think he's dead.
Who's the? Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's alive. Bookie Toaster, do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think that Babe Ruth is real? This is new to me.
Yeah, I mean, this is new to me too. So just kind of going off what I know, I feel like I have to believe that Babe Ruth is real. But I mean, it is, I guess, strange that this guy who like would just shove his face with hot dogs in between innings, hit like 500 career home runs or whatever it was.
Yeah, he was not only that. If you pull up the stats, like the alleged stats of him, he was literally hitting more homers than like the teams put together. I'd call bullshit.
That is very interesting because every video he's like a fat fat guy. But also, I mean, if you look at old NBA highlights and shit, all of the best players were 5'5" and white. So maybe it's not that out of bounds for somebody back then to be 5'7" and fat and be really good.
There's one really good Babe Ruth story that I'm putting in quotes because he's not real. That he once punched an umpire in the face in a game and got ejected, but like didn't get suspended or anything. Like that's a story that's real.
Yeah, but that's like the 40s.
They had a lot of grit in the 30s. And 40s.
I call bullshit.
They just put some dirt on it. All right.
Isn't there a weird like Yao Ming conspiracy theory if like Yao Ming was real or something like that?
Yeah, there's a conspiracy theory that China made him in a lab.
Yeah, he's a lab rat essentially.
Yeah. That is a conspiracy
Don't
theory.
ruin basketball for me.
I've not looked into that one. I want to try to believe it, but I can't get there without looking into it.
If he was made in a lab, they would have made him so he didn't get hurt every other month.
Yeah, they would have
done a better job.
But he's too big. Like it's just naturally he's gonna get hurt. I think he's made in the lab. I stay true to that conspiracy.
I like that you're bringing conspiracy theories to the table, Bookie Toaster. I'll look into it.
Look into Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth, I'm going yes. He's real.
Oh, you guys talked about this last week, conspiracy theory real quick. Stevie Wonder can see.
I agree.
Stevie Wonder has vision. The Shaq story is real that young Will talked about. There's another story of Anthony Anderson saying that he like ran into him at a party one time and he was like across the room. It was like, hey, what's up, Anthony?
Yeah, he can definitely see.
He can see. I guess that's not a hot take then.
I think we got one question left from our tech producer.
Yeah, what is your favorite starting lineup in any of the fantasy leagues you are in?
That one could be a long question, but do you have a favorite week 1 play? Like a guy that you think is going to be a stud in week 1? I think Bring Me My Money said it. Robbie Anderson. I think him Sam Darnold connection is going to be fire.
Yeah, Mont, that was a good question. If I had time to repair, I would answer it better, but I don't, so I'm going to do the same thing.
Do one play.
Who do I really like week 1? I really like...
Thanks.
Who do I really like? I like Matt Ryan / Calvin Ridley because the Eagles and the Falcons are... I'm changing it.
Love
Calvin Ridley. The Eagles and the Falcons are going to go nuts. Calvin Ridley.
I'll add 2 then. A little more into it. One to go with that, Mike Davis. I think there's no reason why he shouldn't score at least one touchdown against the Eagles this week. If that game's going to be at 49, I think there's... If you look at that depth chart also, it's a who's who of like running backs that are horrible. So there's no reason I think you shouldn't dominate those like touches and chances. And then I had one more. I forgot.
Bookie Toaster, say yours if you remember. Come back to you.
I think Daryl Henderson. I think supposedly. Why am I blanking on the Rams coach's name? Someone help me out here.
McVay.
Yeah,
McVay,
right? Was saying he's going to get a lot of touches. He's going to be a very, big part of the offense. So I think Daryl Henderson may have a breakout game on Sunday night.
Love that.
This isn't groundbreaking, but I was going to just say Lamar Jackson / now Tyson Williams. I know there's like a million running backs hurt, but the Raiders' run defense is a joke, and Lamar might just run himself every play on Monday night.
Raiders winning week 1, so that doesn't matter. Anyway,
we'll see.
All right, that's it. That's an episode. Really quick. Thank you to Bookie Toaster and Bring Me My Money. I'm excited.
What'd you guys think? Bookie Toaster, real quick, what'd you think of the podcast? Was it fun?
I loved it.
Live up to your expectations?
What was that?
Did it live up to your expectations? What'd you think?
Oh, absolutely. It was above my expectations. I'm hoping to be back soon. I had a great time.
Shout out your Twitter really quick, too.
Yeah, so my Twitter is @BookieToaster. Pretty simple. So go check it out. Give me a follow. We haven't been active that much as of late, but with football season getting back up, we'll be back. We took a bit of a hiatus after NBA and a little bit into MLB, but keep an eye out for that.
Very cool. All right, Bring Me My Money. Same to you.
Yeah, definitely lived up to my expectations. Happy to be on. Glad you guys let me. I was really close to doing the Will strategy where I was going to just yell at you at a bar when I was drunk until you let me on the show. So I'm glad I didn't have to go that route because I was like 1 week away from doing that. My Twitter handle is at bringmemymoney5. Kind of the same thing as Bookie Toast. Kind of took some time off in the summer. Did some baseball plays. Did have a 15-game baseball win streak this summer. But kind of like you cool down for a little big flex. Cool down a little bit. But now football season. That's kind of the reason I made this was football and I guess college basketball too. Those are the sports that I focus on and don't have to do the daily grind like baseball. So excited for the year. Excited to be on. Bring Me My Money 5. Follow. I send picks I'll do every Saturday and Sunday or Friday. And then also Sunday morning for more picks, additional to these as well.
All right. Thank you guys both for coming on. Appreciate you guys. It's going to be a fun season. Football season's here. Everybody enjoy it. Nock, you want to take us out this time?
I can't. It's too much pressure.
You don't know what to say?
No, I don't know what to say.
I don't really know what to say either. Everybody have a nice weekend, huh?